And hi, everybody. My name's Carrie with the Catholic Apps Podcast, and I'm here with my good friend Tanya. Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I'm good, Carrie. How are you this week?
Good. I'm recovering from a bit of a holiday this week. It was Easter weekend here, so I'm a little bit charged up with chocolate and lacking in sleep. How about you?
Right? Yeah, same. I had a long weekend, like an extra long weekend, it felt like, and so I enjoyed it. Um, Still a little weird, pandemic Easter, but still was able to celebrate in some ways, and yeah, it was good.
That's awesome. Very good. All right, so I charged you last week with an app. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. Or we could even talk about our questions first for each other.
Oh, of course.
We forgot to do that last week, remember? And now, so we're going to do it this week. It's like, we're not all business. We're also fun.
Okay. All
So,
right. So this week I thought we would talk about top 3 games.
top 3 games. Do you know I actually don't like playing games? I'm all business.
Well, you should. You should do really well at this then. Let's hear your top 3 games you don't like.
I've thought about it. My favorite game when I was a kid was this game called Speed. It was a card game. Anyways, and every day my brother would come home from work and he would play that with me between him coming home from work and supper getting ready. So I have good memories associated with it. And I'm still really good at it. My number 2 is, did you ever play You Don't Know Jack? Have you ever heard of that?
Like from a long time ago?
Yeah, it's like a million years old, but now it's kind of evolved into Jackbox. I don't know. Anyways, it's all fun trivia type games, and I love trivia. So that's my number 2. And my number 3, it's like not a game. I mean, it is a game in that it's also a sport, but softball. I like playing softball.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. How about you?
Cool. Okay, so my top game right now is a card game called Exploding Kittens. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I play with my kids often, and it's kind of a crazy game. It's pretty loud, and I enjoy it. My second favorite is Settlers of Catan. It's more strategic, and play with my older kids and with my wife, and it's a lot of fun too. And the last favorite game is kind of a classic Catholic game. It's bingo. I enjoy a good game of bingo. I know it sounds crazy, but it's such an easy game.
You know what you're getting for Christmas next year from me?
So
bingo dabbers.
That's right. One of my nieces over Christmas got like one of those steel balls with all the bingo balls in it, and we played bingo with her over the internet because of the pandemic, and it was a riot. It was a lot of fun. So, and we did gift card prizes and stuff like that and it was just super fun. You can find all the resources for bingo for free too, and it's a really easy game. So yeah, those are my top 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So now that we've done that,
they have a pool. Anyways, yeah, I have a story, but I digress. Anyways, I have bingo.
All right.
It's just fun for the whole family, right? Like it's a good time.
It is.
Yeah.
So I charged you with getting to know an app this week, and I'd like to know what you thought of it.
Yeah, so you told me to watch The Chosen, season 2, which the first episode premiered Sunday night on Easter Sunday. I wasn't sure if I'd get it in that night or not because, whooping it up and all over pandemic Easter. But no, I got it. My niece and my sister all went to bed, and I'm like, oh, I can watch it. So I pulled up my phone because I did it on the app. I didn't do it on YouTube. Yeah, there's so many things to say. As far as
good things, or
well, okay, we have a different things to talk about. I guess content will be part of the 5 things that we mark things on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through them.
Okay, so first one is price.
Free, right?
Free, awesome, 5 stars.
You can pay it forward, which I have yet to do, but I will be doing that.
Awesome. Cool. And then performance. Did you hit any leg?
Glitch free. And when you think of the number of people that were probably on that thing that night, pretty good.
Yes. And so that was performance. So what would you give that out of five?
Okay, so the first one was 5 out of 5.
Price.
It was free. Performance 5 out of 5. I had no problems with it.
All right. What about the design of the chosen app?
You know what? Great because it was straightforward. It's not like I had to like click a bunch of things and do a bunch of advertisements or anything. I just had to hit play and turn my phone on portrait mode or no, landscape. Gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So 5 out of 5 for design.
Hmm.
Usability, easy peasy. Hit play, or did
Hit
you? Was
play.
there more?
I didn't even pay attention, which is honestly to me great.
Excellent.
I like
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
need a lot of bells and whistles,
Absolutely.
believe it or not. And so I was pleased with it.
All right, and the last one is Catholicity. So, did you find that the there isn't really any other content within the app? There was at the very beginning, but I don't know if they've kept in like the prayers and stuff like that on the side. I think it's just the chosen. Is that
Mm,
correct?
yes.
Okay.
I mean, they
You
should have
didn't
like their
encounter, there
store
weren't like
because they
pop
got
ups, give your
swag
life
and
to
stuff,
Jesus or
right?
anything.
I'll take a look at it later on this week
Okay.
after our podcast. But I would imagine they would have like a store thing because they got pretty cool swag, right? Like,
They do. They have a lot of merch. But I'm glad that
yeah.
it wasn't something that you like noticed right at the beginning because even though it is a moneymaker for them, it's something that would kind of get in the way of the message. So, what did you
Totally.
think of
Yeah,
episode 1 of season 2?
I loved it. I liked it. I loved it. I did love it. Are we doing spoilers or not?
I think we could do spoilers because it is like part of the gospel. I mean, like it's the story of Jesus.
Yeah, but the approach, right? Like
How
the
about we'll limit it
approach.
to like maybe one spoiler.
Okay, if listeners, if you're concerned about spoilers at minute 8:38, we are talking about spoilers. So turn off now. Okay? We are talking about spoilers. I liked it. I
Okay.
liked that they incorporated John's personality and Matthew's personality into the narrative, like of how the Gospels were written. I thought that was super clever. Um, I liked that it was the energy of like just how chaotic everything is. Where's Jesus? Who are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? Like I don't know. You and I were involved in youth ministries before, and we know what it's like to like try and make things happen out of chaos, like a World Youth Day, for example. And I had that feeling at times where you didn't know what was going on, but you just had to like show up and be there. I felt like, in the best way, I kind of felt like it was that like the disciples were at World Youth Day, like kind of thing with Jesus. So I think they did a good job of making that energy happen and make the viewer feel that. How about you? What did you think?
Well, I didn't watch it within the app. I watched the actual live stream with
Um,
the creator Dallas Jenkins. Gave probably I think it was 20 minutes, half an hour beforehand, and then he had kind of a wrap up afterhand. And he talked about one thing that I picked up while watching it, and he talked about it at the end, was just some of the Easter eggs that they put into that first episode of things that they're gonna go after in the following episodes, but they wanted to kind of tease them a little bit in this one. I think you're right. There was a great kind of creativity in how they presented how John would be one of the writers of the Gospels and how that kind of like worked itself out and how he kind of came up with how he was going to write the beginning of the gospel. And I just find that so fascinating because really is so much depth to scripture that we don't pick up on, right? And that allows us to use our imagination. I think Dallas has done a great job about writing that in, and the other writers as well. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, totally. Oh, like probably like an hour's worth, but we don't we don't have that much time. I thought yeah, I thought it was very clever with how they were interviewing the various disciples at the beginning. I liked how, I mean, again, spoiler, like it seems like it's after James was martyred, but I'm like, how was James martyred, right? And so then I Wikipedia and I research, and it, like, you know, it stirs a hunger in the listeners to learn more, right? Like, oh, I never thought about it
Yeah.
that way. I mean, I do that with any movie, but with this, it's just so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm into it.
One kind of tie-in that we had to our podcast, or our podcast from a couple of weeks ago, was we were doing the Bible in a Year podcast as a reviewing that podcast. And one of the things that happened in this episode of The Chosen is they walk in and Jesus is selecting which readings he's gonna be reading in the synagogue, and I understood what he was talking about. He was talking about they only had the first five scrolls of Moses, and I understood some of the references that he was doing because I had listened to the Bible in a Year podcast, and I thought that was really cool. Some of the stuff I would not have understood; it would have just kind of gone by. Not that it was a key part, but it was just really neat to be able to to know what they're referencing, and yeah, so
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that part.
Okay, as if that just makes me happy, right? Because there's no way that like the chosen people are thinking, yeah, they're going to listen to the Bible in the Year podcast, and like there's no way Bible in the Year podcast would know that there'd be those sort of references. So it's total Holy Spirit, right? It's total Holy Spirit, and I love that he's using like I love what he's doing. That's awesome. That's a really good point. Well done. Well done,
Awesome.
you. Well done, Holy Spirit. Well done, whatever they're called, the loaves and fishes people. I don't know, whatever the
Vid
production
Angel.
is. Vid Angel. All right, Carrie. First of all, we want to hear what the audience has to say, our listeners, what they thought about The Chosen. Maybe when they hear this, who knows? Maybe all the episodes will have been out already, and I would love to hear what they have to say. And now, hook me up. What's up for our next episode? What do I have to do?
So next week we're going to be having a look at the Halo app. Now I don't know if this uh, app will take us 1 or 2 weeks because there is a lot of content in there. When it first came out a couple of years ago, it was pretty easy to get through the content, and then nothing. Then you were done. You had to repeat, kind of rinse and repeat the. But this app last um, not I guess spring of 2020 and fall of 2019 had a total uh, redevelopment of a lot of the content that was in there, and it's just such a wonderful app. There's so many different aspects of it, and I'm just gonna pull up. Okay, so this week, like I said, is going to be the Halo app, and what it does is it offers guided prayer, guided meditation sessions. And I don't know if you've looked at any of the current popular one of the some of the current popular apps on the app stores are meditation apps, and these apps just basically bring you kind of through a story or allow you to fall asleep faster, or all of those apps are kind of the top charts of the app stores, both on Google and on iOS. So this is a lot of the new content that's on there is amazing. It's read by great orators. Is that a great word or what? So it's their voices are easy to
Orators.
listen to, and one of the apps or one of the sessions you can listen to is actually Father Mike Schmitz, and he's reading through. I can't remember what exactly his take on it. One of the things that they're doing right now as part of Easter is 50 days of new saints. So every day you can go in and listen to a story or a backgrounding on a saint. So I hope that this week you'll be able to use that in your meditation this week, and maybe 2 weeks. Use that in your prayer, meditation, or just enhance your faith life.
Great. I love me some Saint learning, so it should be good.
Okay, so I should
Is he
say
gonna? Is it? It's like a calming app, right? It's supposed to like be like mellow you out a bit, right?
meditation, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it's like a go to sleep app, because
Okay.
there is content on there that is like that's not go to sleep content, but it is
Okay.
definitely
I'm gonna say
definitely
Father
focused
Mike's
on
voice is like he talks so fast that it might be hard to fall asleep to. You know what I mean? So
yes.
that's good. That'll be good for. I have a drive coming up, so I will listen to it whilst driving.
Perfect. One thing I will say is that the Halo app, both on iOS and on Google Play and across the board, has is membership driven. You can have a 3 month free membership when you sign into it. You get 3 months for free, and then it is, I think, around $8 a month if you're paying month to month. But then there's a discount if you pay annually. So we'll have a look at the differences between doing it for free and not doing it for free and what kind of offers there are within the app. So far, I have found that the full membership has been a great blessing both to me and to my daughter. So
Very
I
good. So you
look
recommend
forward
that
to
I get the
your,
full one?
yeah. So sign up for the full free trial. You'll be able to see it. It'll pop up that'll offer you a free trial right at the beginning, and it should be 3 months.
Okay,
That's it. So
got it. All right.
again, thanks everybody for listening to my good friend Tanya and myself yammer on about Catholic apps. If you have an app
All
that you'd like
righty.
us
All right.
to
Have a
review,
great week.
go ahead.
No, you finish.
Okay, if
Edit
you
this
have an
puppy.
app, if anybody has an app that they'd like us to review, have a look at, you can get a hold of us on CatholicApps.com, send me a message there, or you can find us on Facebook or subscribe to the bell on YouTube, and you'll be able to get this showing up in your YouTube feed as well.
Perfect. All right. Carrie, have a good week, friend.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.